Fisherman's Post. More fish, more often.
Hello, everyone, and welcome once again to the Fisherman's Post Saltwater Podcast Series. This episode is our 2021 Holiday Gift Guide for the Angler, an annual tradition here at the Fisherman's Post Podcast Series. This year, once again, we're going to be featuring Arlen Ash of Intracoastal Angler, giving us some good gift ideas for the angler heading into the season. My name is Gary Hurley of Fisherman's Post. Fisherman's Post has been serving the saltwater fishing community since 2003. We've been bringing you fishing reports, fishing information, fishing tournaments, fishing schools, and now here in our latest and greatest chapter of the Fisherman's Post Saltwater Podcast Series, where we reach out to our captain and guide friends from up and down the North Carolina coast and ask them to share with us their thoughts, their insights on how to catch more fish more often. I would say that our other goal there is not just more fish more often, but just to give you confidence, get you excited so that you grab your family and friends and get out on the water, spending more time together more often. And in this mission, I am joined, just as I am in every episode, with Billy Thorpe of Thorpe Creative. Billy, I'm excited about that we now have annual traditions, man. I'm looking forward to this.
I know, man. I am too. I'm looking forward to Arlen, all those fun Christmas gifts he's going to be talking about. So be sure that you run out as fast as you can to Intercoastal and buy one of each. Your husband, your wife, your kids, whoever fishes in your family will be super happy. That's Gary's plan anyway. Each member gets one of each item that we'll be discussing today. So good.
All right.
The Hurleys got it going on, man. Good for you guys. I'm excited.
I'm just going to swing by and pick them up. I'm not buying them. I mean, I get them, right? Just if Arlen mentions it on the show, that means right. I just stop by and pick it up.
Yeah, this is like Gary's favorites. It's like Oprah's, but Gary's favorite. So you get a fishing lure, you get a tackle box, everybody gets one. So
I hope Arlen understood the arrangement. I hope he did.
Well, it's public now, Arlen, so I can't wait for a little goodie box. All right, Gary, I'm going to shout out some sponsors real quick, and then we'll get to the good stuff, let you guys get into it here. So our first sponsor we got up is RA Hitch. Hitches, trailers, bike racks, and more. Make sure you go check out Chris and his team. Always doing a great job making sure you're outfitted well with your vehicle. No matter what your outdoor adventure is, they can take care of you, so be sure to go check them out. Gary, always a treat to talk about Chris and R.A. Hitch and those guys. And I guess I'll ask you about your rack on top of your car.
Man, it's a pretty standard answer right now actually at the filming of this, I am less than 2 weeks away. I am less than 2 weeks away from my trip to Raleigh for kids soccer. And on that trip to Raleigh, I am R.A. hitching it, driving my wife's vehicle. We're going to just go ahead and mount that luggage rack right to the top and drive home.
All right. Awesome. Well, I'll shout out another sponsor here. This is Bland Landscaping Company. You can go to Bland Landscaping Company or landscaping.com/careers. This is not a traditional advertising looking for work, as I'm sure they'll take it, but they're looking for people, outdoorsmen, outdoors women who want to have a flexible schedule. And Gary, I was looking at their benefits packages and all that fun stuff, and I'm like, man, I gotta get Gary to step it up over here with the Fish Post, man. I need some insurance and 401k match and some they do all kinds of stuff. So they're a family of fishermen and anglers, and so we want to bring them on and help them recruit. And so new year coming up, new job. If that's for you, go to their website there and check it out.
I encourage everyone, including Billy, to apply to Bland Landscaping with all that has to offer. Fisherman's Post, the old mom and pop shop, can't match it. So Billy, I think Bland Landscaping is probably a strong move.
Well, you know what? I would, but I'm going to hold out for a boat from Marine Warehouse Center. So I'll play their commercial first, and then I'll beg them for a Christmas boat. Here we go.
At Marine Warehouse, we have everything. We have new boats, we have parts, we have accessories, new trailers, we have a complete service department with highly trained technicians. Anything you need to get out on the water, we have it.
At Marine Warehouse Center, as we've grown over the last few years, now have a large section of marine supplies from start to finish for all your boating needs.
What I love about this region is to be able to get out on the water, and also we love to be able to get you out on the water.
The best part of working at Marine Warehouse is being able to get involved with the customers and share a love for the water.
There you go, Gary. That's what you. So out of all the stuff that you're going to buy after you watch this episode and you run to Intercoastal, you're going to need somewhere to put it, and it's going to be in a new boat. So be sure to stop by Marine Warehouse on your way out.
I do need to talk to those guys about a new boat. That is a great idea. Anything to get Terrell off task of telling me bad jokes. I mean, again, you're friendly to him, to his jokes. Me,
Love 'em.
I'm like, why did this become my feature? Why do I have to talk to Terrell and listen to these bad jokes? Here we go. Are you ready?
I'm ready for it. You got me on the edge of my chair.
Okay. Again, Terrell's joke, not Gary's. What is the staple of a healthy fish's diet?
I have no idea.
It would be vitamin C.
All right. You know what? That one, I was a late bloomer on that joke, but I like it. Vitamin C, that's perfect. So I'm sorry, Terrell. That was terrible. Okay, try again.
I'm gonna give Terrell your phone number.
All right. You know what? I love pitching his jokes. He actually just anyway. He's working on his comedy routine here. It's okay. Just test it. You're writing the checks, man. Whatever you want us to do for you, we love it. But for real, go out and support Marine Warehouse Center. Those guys have been supporting the podcast and the fishing community for a very long time, not just with the podcast, but with Fisherman's Post and tournaments and all kinds of stuff. So they're really part of really a staple. Speaking of staples, Marine Warehouse is definitely a staple in the fishing world.
I agree, man. Sales, service, parts, man. Those guys are great.
All right. Well, I'm going to show you a fish picture, Gary, and then we'll get on with this show. Yeah, I got Christopher Swan with a speckled trout caught in the Cape Fear River using a bad monkey twitch bait. Good looking trout. That was back in looks like the summertime there. So always good trout fishing. Good looking trout. Chris is a good dude too. I met him a long time ago. I can't remember what we were doing. It wasn't fishing though, because that would be weird if I was out fishing.
He has fished a couple of Fish Post tournaments. Maybe that's where you met him.
Oh, yeah, probably so. So, yeah, thanks for submitting those pictures. And be sure that you submit your pictures to us or to Fisherman's Post. And some of them will make it into the paper. Some will make it on Instagram. Some will make it on the podcast. And some of them might make it a little bit of everywhere. You never know. So I'll be sure to do that. And then if you want to sponsor the show as well, reach out to me. It's billy@fishermanspost.com. I get you all the information if you want to promote your company or business on the show. So, Gary, appreciate it, man. I'm going to flip it over to you and let you get going. I'm
in. And remember, I'm coming back to you for Billy's best takeaways. So I'm talking to Arlen, but even though this is a special episode, we're not abandoning the Billy's best takeaway.
Got my Christmas list. I'm going to check it twice because I know I've been naughty. I mean, nice or something, whatever.
All right, let's bring on Arlen Ash of Intracoastal Angler here in Wilmington, North Carolina. Welcome back to the show for 2021 gift guide for the angler, holiday gift guide for the angler. Always a pleasure, Arlen.
Gary, thanks for having us. I'm excited for this. And if Billy's looking for some Christmas gifts for a naughty person, lead. It's kind of like coal in a stocking. It's a good idea.
It is a good idea.
I'll take it.
Arlen, you are familiar with the Fisherman's Post podcast setup where we have two questions before we can get to the main event. Are you ready for your two questions?
I think so.
Question number one, why should we listen to what you have to say about angler gifts for the angler?
Well, if you're looking for creativity, I'm probably not your guy, but I have been selling fishing tackle and gifts to people that love the outdoors for a very long time. So there is that. There's the history of me doing it for a long time. But that's probably the best reason.
I mean, that's a solid reason. And again, you did a fantastic job last year. So I'm looking to get to it. Of course, there is the second question. That is typically the non-fishing related question. And I did reach out to your coworkers just to get some material on this. I did want your coworkers to help me on this project. So here are my notes. Let's see. They gave me a couple of questions. Eating ribbon fish, no, we're not going to use that one. Texas tackle, no, we're not going to use the Texas tackle. Who cut your hair? Tupperware, nope, we're not going to use the who cut your hair. We're going to use this one. What character from Winnie the Pooh would your coworkers say you most identify with?
Oh, well, that's a good one because I think me or Andrew could probably be kind of in the running for the same character, and it would probably be Eeyore, because, I mean, there's people call me Black Cloud. There's a little black cloud that kind of follows me weather-wise, and sometimes, wasn't much of a tackle shop anyway, is kind of a thing. So I'd go with Eeyore.
Ding, 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 ding. You got it correct. Man, that is great. Well, enough of that. Enough of the jabbering. Let's kick it off, man. Holiday gift guides. What do you got for us? 2021 edition.
Well, so normally this is like right in my wheelhouse, and I'm always excited to like talk about gifts, and it's exciting. But this year it's kind of a challenge with the supply chain, but we've been trying our best, and I know all the other local tackle shops have been doing the same to just get stuff. So kind of one of my things I wanted to talk about was in some where I'd mostly be showing new products and that kind of thing, is to talk about what's available and also what will make people happy when it comes time to put it under that tree or give the gift to the person that you love that's an outdoorsman. So kind of first off, what came to mind, great gifts for any tackle person, especially me that doesn't do good at organizing things or keeping their stuff together, would be a tackle bag or some kind of storage system. It's a pretty safe bet whether they fish freshwater, saltwater, inshore, or offshore. And one of the best ones on the market right now would be this Plano Guide Series bag. And so what you have here, it's got a rigid bottom, which keeps everything from getting soaking wet, which I don't really like because that means stuff doesn't rust as fast. But the person you're giving the gift to will actually like it. So it keeps stuff from rusting as bad, and then it has a very nice zipper that doesn't corrode, holds up to 5 boxes. Kind of hard to do this virtually. I'm doing my best. These retail for anywhere, depending on the size, right around $80 and up. But they're a great option to get someone organized. And what's great about it is that the fisherman will love it, or fisherwoman will love it. But you're suggesting someone getting organized is normally not a good gift, but in this case, it actually would be. And there's several different manufacturers, but this Plano Guide Series has been a staple and been very popular, and actually one that most people have been able to have in stock and readily available. Along the same lines would be
let me ask you a
bag.
question.
Sure.
About that tackle, that Plano. So those boxes come with it? Those boxes come as part of, like, even at the $80 price point, or do I got to pay more to get the boxes?
They do. So not to play the upsell thing, but they come with some standard insert boxes. I wasn't prepared for the Eeyore question as that question, but they come with standard boxes. We do recommend, especially if you're like me and you have the black cloud and it's always windy and rainy when you go fishing, to upgrade to some waterproof boxes, but they come with organizers that go inside the box.
And then about how much am I upsold to get to the waterproof boxes, organizers?
They're roughly on that 3600 size, which is the most popular size of bag. They're roughly about $12 a piece.
Okay.
And that'll hold up to 5.
Right on. That concludes my questions on the first gift guide product.
Well, good. So next, it's been a long run for this company, but they've done great, and that's Yeti. And anyone that's in the outdoors probably knows about Yeti coolers. And what makes it it is a great product, but it is very expensive. And so what makes it a great gift is most people are not going to buy a really nice cooler for themselves. With that being said, Yeti's had a little bit of trouble getting stuff to us, as Gary said, mom and pop guys, the smaller guys. But there are several other super coolers. If someone wants a really nice cooler, there are several other options on the market that are readily available and in stock at all your local guys. And that would be, I plugged them pretty good. I hope my buddy Brian's going to help me out after he watches this. But Engel and Calcutta are 2 brands that make really nice super coolers. They carry the same stainless features, really nice latches, as well as being roto molded to where, grizzly bear proof. In my case, it would be Emily proof, which is my daughter. They don't break. They hold ice. They have ice retention for up to 6 days. And while it might not have the name recognition they still perform the same thing where they're going to hold ice for a really long time, and make your loved one very happy to have a cooler that does the same thing. With that being said, your typical Yeti in a size, as this one's a 35, your typical Yeti is going to be in the $300 price range. These are going to be in the lower $200 price range. The Calcuttas are in the same range. They also feature an LED light, so you could kind of turn that around and put maybe some ice and turn the light on and put a glass of wine or a bottle of wine in there for your wife that gave you your gift, or your loved one that gave you your gift, and you can get 2 gifts out of 1.
So wait a second. The LED light is in the bottom of the cooler, and it would illuminate the ice and the melted ice in the bottom, or it's in the lid to help you look in and see in.
So unfortunately, my planning, you're resting on a Calcutta cooler right now. I wasn't thinking that through. But actually, one of the drain plugs in the cooler has an LED light in it. So you can, this one, either a kid has turned it on or, well, either way, it has an LED light that you can push the button and illuminate inside of the cooler to see stuff, but also if you want to give a little ambiance to your fancy cooler after you're so appreciative of your gift.
I follow the train of thought, Arlen. I didn't miss that. I mean, that's great. That's good thinking. I like that. And the last time you needed a cooler to hold ice for 6 days was? A cooler to hold ice for 6 days was?
I don't really catch much, so ice to hold the beverages for the time we go fishing is sufficient. But a lot of people apparently are more successful than me. So.
Well, I agree. A high-end cooler is a good gift idea. I mean, that sort of meets my description too, like something you wouldn't want to spend money on yourself. You might not necessarily want to spend that much money on yourself on a cooler, but you're stoked to get it from someone else. I agree with you wholeheartedly on that being a great gift idea.
Sure.
What's next?
So normally I would have a bunch of fancy rods and reels to show you, and we do have a lot of those here. It really depends on your anglers, whether they're inshore or offshore. But the most versatile spinning combo would be kind of in that 7-foot medium action range. And Shimano actually released a new reel this year. They redid their Shimano Ultegra, which is a mid-level, mid-price point spinning reel that has been a very popular one in the past. And actually, they're pretty readily available. I happen to have this one on a rod, but what's nice about it, it's on the internals are the old Stratic. So you're getting basically what you would get out of a $200 to $250 reel in a reel that retails for $150. And the only thing they changed from the old Ultegra, the old one was made out of a die-cast metal frame, and they've actually included their CI4 material. So they've reduced the weight by about 25%. Makes a really nice inshore reel, whether you're targeting speckled trout or red drum, but also for the guys that are in the ocean near shore, targeting Spanish mackerel, false albacore, all your near shore applications. The one other thing that they did to it that's of benefit would be in the 3,000 size and up, they've included carbon drag washers for the saltwater guys. So instead of having to come to me in a year or so after you've caught a few red drum and complain about your drag sticking and we put new drag washers in it, the 3,000 size and up actually comes with it from the factory. So $150 reel, super nice, available at all your shops now. Would make anybody happy that fishes inside of 20 miles in the waterway, even the bass guys. Kind of something that fits the bill for anybody. And while I'm speaking of that, this is on a Shimano GLF inshore rod. A great rod, most bang for your buck, in my opinion. A $90 inshore rod that has high modulus graphite, good components, something that would pair up nicely with a reel of that caliber.
So I am not a gearhead. I don't follow. Is Shimano still making the Stratic?
They are still making the Stratic, which is made out of machined aluminum. The Ultegra was the step down from the Stratic that had the same internals, but just had a die-cast frame, which just, by the way, it's a little more bulky, a little heavier. And what they did was take the same frame shape and use the CI4, which is basically a carbon material for both the frame and the rotor. So even having the same shape of reel, the weight of the material is significantly reduced, which if you're fishing all day and making lots of casts, at the end of the day, it's kind of nice so you can still lift up your super cooler.
Agreed. All right. I like that reel. I like my Stratics, but I like spending less money than you got to spend on a Stratic. So I like that suggestion as well.
Yeah, and for the money, they're just really hard to beat. All the guys here all fish the Ultegras, and we kind of give each other, why, man, you're getting a new Ultegra, why don't you spend that money on that Stratic? And it's just because they do great and they're $50 less money.
I like $50 in my pocket. I'm with you. I follow completely. I'm on board. I mean, everything you're doing is something on my wish list now. What else you got?
Well, so next would be kind of the ideas for any angler. So you see behind me, I got a ton of offshore lures over there where you can't see. I have a ton of inshore lures. And what's great about going to your local tackle shop, you're able to find someone that can give those kind of things that are more specific. But, something that works for everybody would be, once again, like fillet knives are a great idea. So, every once in a while we need to clean some fish, and we don't want to be out there hacking a fish forever with a rusty fillet knife or something that's dull. So a good fillet knife is always a great gift, regardless of what your loved one fishes for. Some that come to mind, these bubble blades have become extremely popular. What's nice about them is that they have this really nice rubber ergonomic handle, which not only is comfortable, but it's also a little more safe. It features little finger holes so you can hold the knife without putting your finger on the blade and slipping and cutting yourself. And they have Teflon coated blades, which keeps them from sticking as bad to the fish while you're cutting them. They retail for around $50, and they're a very nice gift. What we sell more of would be the traditional Dexter Russell. Once again, really high-end stainless, so less sharpening. They hold their edge really well, and these gift packs come with a sheath, which is nice. And what's great about these is they're made in the United States. And so for a price point around $35, $40, depending on the size, you get a sheath of really nice fillet knife that most everybody I know actually prefers the Dexter over the Bubba blades. And you're buying a USA product, which I don't know how everyone feels, but I think that's a good thing right now.
Man, I think it's a good thing too. And I am a Bubba blade owner, and I've always wondered, like, is it such a legit knife, or is it marketing? Is the Bubba blade, like, did they get me on just packaging and just this cool grip? But you're saying it's a legit knife, and even Teflon coating helps keeping it from sticking to the fish. It holds its edge. You're happy with it?
It does. It makes it a little bit harder to sharpen. So we've had some complaints with people wanting to sharpen their Bubba blade and not realizing that Teflon grip or the Teflon coating will actually get in the way of a pull sharpener. So you actually have to use a stone. Once again, those Dexters for the money are so hard to beat. I'm doing a gift guide. If someone wants a Bubba blade, we have them in stock. So there's a lot of places, but if they put fillet knife, I think saving that money for something else like a stocking stuffer and getting a Dexter Russell is a better idea.
Yeah, that's my bad as host. I shouldn't set you up to diss a product that you're offering as a gift guide, because I'm happy with my Bubba blades. I mean, very happy actually. I had them for years, but I've always been a fan of the Dexter as well. And I just wondered, like, in the know who favored. But they're both great products, and I'm going to stop babbling and ask you to move on to our next gift guide item.
I'm fine with that as long as it doesn't ruin my sponsorship possibilities with Bubba Blade going forward.
Me too.
We'll see where that goes.
Yeah, me three.
So the other thing I have, kind of going along the lines of something that fits the bill for any fisherman, or woman, we're all really bad as far as keeping up with a pair of good sunglasses, and it's very important, especially for long hours on the water, for not only your own health but also to be able to um, see fish and enjoy the outdoors without any strain on your eyes. So a good pair of sunglasses is always a sure bet for a great gift. And there are several on the market, but two of the premier companies that we sell and several other outfits sell would be Costa and Smith. Smith Optics have been around for a really long time. They kind of started in the snowboard and out west, but they've slowly over the past 20 years moved into fishing, and they make a really great product. Um, I just grabbed two pairs here. I have a pair of Smiths and a pair of Costas. The best thing about these are the lenses. That's the biggest thing when it comes to uh, for fishing applications, is that you have a very good polarized lens, and also that it's scratch resistant, because a lot of these inexpensive sunglasses that we buy, you put them in a gear bag by accident or you drop them one or two times and they're so scratchy you can't see out of them. These Costa and Smith glasses, especially in the glass lenses, are actually treated so they not only resist scratching, but they also have a very high clarity, block a lot of yellow light, and allow you to see into the water and keep you from having eye fatigue over a long day. Most of the glass lenses that you'll see in Costa and Smith, they come in an amber lens or a gray or a blue mirror lens. The amber lenses are more for sight fishing, so you can see more into the water, but they don't darken as much. They're about a 10% darkening factor, so um, they're nice for sight fishing, inshore fishing. I've actually become accustomed to. I use them for everything just because I like the way you can see into the water with them. The blue mirror or the gray lenses refract a little more light, so they just reduce eye fatigue. So if someone has an eye problem or has sensitivity to light, they're a little bit better of an option. The glass lenses, you're looking at anywhere from lower 200s to mid $200 price point, but well worth the price. The customer service is good, and just a great gift idea for anyone that's going to be outdoors, whether it's on the water or even at the beach.
All right. So I learned my lesson with fillet knives. So my follow-up questions aren't going to have anything to do with comparing Smith and Costas. I am more familiar with the Costa product than the Smith, and the Costa offers like the plastic and the glass lens. Does Smith do that as well?
They do, and once again, the polarization on both brands, and any brand that you're going to spend in that $150 to $250 price range, they're going to be really nice. It's just the glass lenses just last a lot longer and reduce the amount of scratches. They just are a lot nicer. Um, we have sold a lot more Smiths in the recent past just because their frame selections have less plastic, which it's kind of a give or take. The Costas tend to be more comfortable when you put them on in the store because the plastic comforts your face and it feels nice. Unfortunately, with sunscreen and salt water, they tend to not last as long. So um, take it for what it's worth. Like anything else, comfortability versus durability.
And do you easily sell more glass lenses than plastic lenses, no matter the brand, coming out of Intercoastal Angler?
We don't. We sell more plastic lenses despite our advice simply because of price point. But if you're getting a gift, I think spending a few extra bucks on the glass lenses as a gift will make a much better. It'll just be a much better product for the person you love, and it'll last a lot longer, and they won't complain about the gift you gave them being scratched.
Excellent. All right, I'm on board. Glass lens. I'm going to get Smith or Costas. I don't know which one yet. Man, I hope we're not running out. I mean, I'm hanging on every gift. I fear we're getting close to the end.
So, well, I got a few last ones here, and one, we've expanded our apparel selection quite a bit, And that's another great thing to get any guy or girl that's fishing outside. A lot of times they forget about what they're going to wear when they're fishing. So it got a little chilly this evening. I'm not really a flannel guy historically, but a little shameless plug. We have these really fancy, nice Intracoastal Angler flannels. Um, I'm kind of shocked. I might be a flannel guy now, but apparel is always a great way and a great gift to give. And all your local shops will have apparel that's geared towards someone who's outdoors. Another brand that came to mind is a company called Sims, and they make some of these jackets here that I have. It's kind of hard to. I'm not a very good mannequin or model, but these are their hoodie jackets that they've just come out with. It's kind of a soft shell that's water resistant, but they're treated so that they're pretty close to waterproof other than the zipper. And they're also fleece lined. So something like this is really nice, especially come the winter. It serves as an everyday, something they can use every day, but also geared towards performance on the water. Foul weather gear, kind of along the same gear or same idea. Grundens, AFCO, all really good gift ideas, and most of your local shops are going to have a great selection of apparel. So whether it's trying to find the lure or the reel that's on their list, there's several options that if you strike out, there's a lot of good stuff in the apparel world that would make them happy.
What's the price point on that Sims jacket?
So Sims it's kind of like saying Yeti. So you get into the higher price point with that. This soft shell jacket retails for about $100. Some of their higher end offshore style and more heavier duty outdoor wear can get into the $200 to $300 price range per piece. But this is a good price point item that would be a great fishing jacket, but also an everyday wear jacket. Flannels typically, you go to a big box store and you're not getting one that looks nearly as cool as this one. But these are anywhere from $30 to $50. Great. Once again, whether they're outside or going to Thanksgiving dinner or going to meet the in-laws, it's something that they can use. And there's lots of that in that realm.
Well, I did not know. I like that you did the shameless plug. I didn't know you guys had flannels, but I can tell you I am 100% coming in there and grabbing one and walking out the front door, daring you guys to arrest me for shoplifting. I'm coming in for a flannel. So there's your warning.
Well, Eeyore will be ready.
All right. Apparel. I agree. Apparel is a great gift idea. Arlen, you're hitting home runs here tonight. Do you have anything left?
A few, and I'll be really quick. Stocking stuffers or just knick-knack things that might be good ideas. One, we sell a ton of these come Christmas time. They're made locally. It's actually a cutting board made out of several different kinds of wood, made by veterans here locally. What's cool, it can be a charcuterie board, which is, once again, that might be the gift that gives back to yourself. But it's kind of a neat conversation piece. So if you have an outdoorsman, you want something that can be both functional but interior decor. There's several ideas like that, and you go to a local retailer, they're going to have lots of options like that for you. These are made locally. They're about $90, but just an idea that a cutting board or something that they can use in the kitchen. For instance, toadfish has been really popular. Whether it be a fancy stainless shrimp deveiner or a pair of crab cutters for busting open crabs and getting the kitchen messy. There's all different kinds of good little stocking stuffers and knickknacks that most of your local shops will have. Same idea with toadfish, the non-tipping can coolers. You go to your local guys, they're going to be able to take care of you this Christmas season. That's for sure.
Man, I am not only impressed with the gifts, but impressed that you pulled out charcuterie board. Man, you're a classy dude.
Well, I'm good at buying the stuff that's pre-cut and then having to go back out and buy the expensive stuff. But you have to have a nice board to present it on.
You do have to have a nice board. Absolutely. Arlen Ash of Intercoastal Angler, last call for gift ideas. Anything else? I mean, not that you need to add anything else. This has been a fantastic show.
Well, shameless plug. You can go through all those ideas, and once again, whether it's with us or anyone else, gift cards, especially with any local business, is a great thing to get, not only for the business but also for that person, because half of buying fishing tackle or buying a hobby or a passion idea is that they come in here and they talk with us, and they talk with us about the stuff and get to feel it and touch it. And a gift card, we do a gift card special every year where you can save an extra $20 getting a gift card. But gift cards are a great idea, especially when it comes to local businesses.
Right on, Arlen. Man, thank you so much. I love the holiday tradition we have of the annual gift guide. And man, enjoy the holidays. We'll be in touch soon.
You as well. Happy holidays. And once again, thanks for having us. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Good time.
Thanks, Gary.
Billy, you there?
I'm here, Gary. I'm here, man. You guys got me stoked. I get my whole Christmas list here. Where's that? There it is. Proof. I wrote it all down.
I didn't even know I thought I had everything and then watch the gift guide and suddenly there's stuff I want.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's how first of all, the 6 days of keeping ice. I mean, I know you put dead bodies in there of fish, but what else you guys put in there for 6 days? What are you trying to hide for 6 days?
You don't need 6 days.
You don't need 6 days. That's
you don't
crazy.
need 6 days.
And then the Calcutta one with the LED light. I'm a techie guy. Like, I was like, all right, that's pretty cool. Whatever. Let's see what happens. I mean, I got my little lights over here, Gary. I got some stuff going on. We get techie with it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, that could go with my LED collection. Pretty fun. But I was impressed too. And I knew that Arlen is a classy guy. One, from that button up, that flannel, but two, from saying charcuterie. But one thing I really liked about Arlen was he was really supporting not just Intercoastal Angler. And I think this goes to another reason to go support those guys, is he kept saying local fishing companies, local tackle stores, local businesses, even the charcuterie or cutting board for veteran owned. And that's what I like about those guys, man. They're always. He could have easily said, come see us, come see me, come see, Ben or whoever. Don't go see Ben. He doesn't know all the stuff that Arlen knows. But, they're classy, man. I love it. I love that he was helping, not only just support Intercoastal, but also if they can't find help you or whatever, go to another tackle shop. So I love that, man. So thanks, Arlen, for being locally minded. I love it. It's good.
I agree, man. I agree that is kudos to him. He understands it's not a glorified advertisement. It's informational. And in taking that approach, it's going to work for him. People will recognize that and then, perhaps be even more motivated to go meet him in person.
Absolutely, man. And I love how you kept the Eeyore theme running through the whole show. That was great. I mean, you couldn't have scripted that one out better, and we didn't. So that was what made it awesome.
I mean, I think one of the employees, one of his fellow coworkers, was like, "Man, if that dude won the lottery, he'd find something to complain about. He'd complain about the traffic that he has to drive through to get to the bank to deposit the check."
Oh man, Arlen,
I don't know about ribbon fish. I don't understand. I didn't get far enough with eating ribbon fish or who cut your hair Tupperware. I didn't follow up on that, but I'm sure there's a laugh in there somewhere.
Oh man, I don't know. I'm not putting the pieces together for ribbon fish, but I think the Tupperware thing, I can figure that one out.
Off air. Well, I'll tell you off air.
Oh man. Well, Gary, it was a great show. Arlen, thanks again for joining us. And speaking of local companies, be sure to support Marine Warehouse Center, RA Hitch. And then if you're looking for a new career here in the new year, go to blandlandscaping.co or company there, their .com/careers, and start a new career in the new year. We really appreciate all of our sponsors sponsoring the show. And if you want to become one, reach out to me, Billy, at Fisherman's Post, and we can get you all the info. Gary, anything else before we get this party closed down?
No, man. Excellent show.
All right, I'm going to go eat some sausage balls. I'll see you later, man. Great show.